4. Today we will talk about lesson 2, which is called Hunting in the Dark. You have to differentiate between the human eye and the nocturnal animal eye. Okay? You have to differentiate between human eye and nocturnal animal eye. You have to know that nocturnal animals have bigger eyes. Look at the two pictures, the human eye and the cat eye. The nocturnal animals have bigger eyes, which are more sensitive to the light than humans. So, the nocturnal animal eyes are more sensitive to the light more than the eyes of the human. Look at the two pictures here. You will see black dots or black points in the human and the cat eyes. Okay? These black points called pupils. This called pupil. The pupil of the eyes of nocturnal animals usually open wider than the pupils of human eye. Okay? The human eye, the black point will be dots. Okay? But in the eye cat it will be wider than, okay, or bigger than. Why? To allow more light enter their eyes. To allow more light enter their eyes. So you have to know that the nocturnal animals, what is the meaning of nocturnal animals? They are animals active at night. Can detect the environment around them. What is the meaning of detect? To know. They can know the environment around them in the weakest light level. In the weakest light level. Okay? So you have to know in the weakest light level, nocturnal animals can see very well. But we need to see, we need perfect vision at the bright light. Okay? But nocturnal animals can know the environment around them in the weakest light levels. Okay? In the weakest light levels. Okay? Dark light. But in the darkness, in the total darkness, they depend on other senses, like hearing, touching, and smell, that help them hunt and move in the dark. So all of us, okay, can't see a total darkness. Can't see a total darkness here, Junior 4. Okay? Now we will study example about these nocturnal animals, which called the Tercer monkey. Okay? Lived in Southeast Asia. It's a tiny monkey. Okay? Its length about 10 centimeters, not including its tail. The body only about 10 centimeters. Okay? Without tail. Can eat, this tercer can eat insects, small lizards, and birds. Okay? You have to know that we have a similar structural adaptation between tercer and the owl. For example, the eye. Tercer eye has the tercer has huge eyes like owl to collect information and reflect any light to give it a picture of the surrounding environment. So the tercer can't move its eye in their sockets like owl. They can't move the eye. They can't move their eye in their sockets. This place called sockets. Okay, because it's so bigger. Okay, can't move its eye like owl. About head, tercer can turn its head between 180 degrees like owl. What is the meaning of 180 degrees? In all directions like owl, to focus near objects. To focus on near objects. Okay? So now we have to bring these things. Okay? Flashlight, small pole, and small box. Okay? These activities. Pay attention with me. We have this small box and make 2 holes here, okay? And inside the box we put the pole, okay? The first hole we put our hand on it, but the second hole we put our eye. At this time, can we see anything? We put we put the pole inside the small box and close this box. After that, we make 2 holes on any side of the box. Okay? The first hole, we put our hand on it. The second hole, we put our eye. Okay? Can we see anything? No, because there is no light. There is no source of light. But when we replace our hand by a flashlight, now can we see the pole? Yes, we can see the pole in full details. Why? Due to the presence of the light. So we have a conclusion from this activity that the presence of light is necessary for us to be able to see things clearly around us. The presence of light is necessary for us to be able to see the things around us clearly. Okay, Junior 4? Let's solve the exercise together. Number 1, put right or wrong. A human needs a source of light to see clearly in the dark. A human needs a source of light to see clearly in the light. It's right. Number 1, right. Number 2, a human eye have a structural adaptation similar to those of cats and tortoises? No. Number 3, cats have wide pupils to help them see in low light. Right. Number 4, tortoise can rotate its head in wide directions or in all directions by 180 degrees. It's right. Number 5, we can see objects that emit light or reflect light on our eyes. Right. Number 6, there must be light to be able to see things clearly in dark places. There must be light to be able to see things clearly in dark places. Also right. So, number 1 right, number 2 wrong, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be right. Okay, Junior 4? Okay. After that, we will talk about lesson 3, which is called light aid energy. All of you know that we have many types of energy, many types or many forms of energy. For example, we heat when we touch our hands together, okay? We will produce heat energy. When we talk, it's called sound energy. But all of these are unseen forms or unseen types or invisible. But the light, it's a visible form of energy that travels in the form of light waves. How can we see Junior 4? The light must bounce off or fall on the object. The light fall on the object. After that, when the light fall on the object, these light rays were reflected directly to our eyes. Our eyes send a message to the brain by the sensory receptor through the nerves, take this message and reach it to the brain, where the information is processed or translated. So the brain form this message as an image for this pole. Okay? You have to know that in order for humans to see an object, light must fall on the object and be reflected to our eyes. Then the structure in the human eye take this message and transmit it to the brain to tell the human what they are seeing. Okay? All of us prefer to see in the bright light compared to the dark light. So we can see perfect at the bright light, okay, than the dark light. The structured property in the eyes of some animals allow them use very small amount of light in a highly effective way. So they can see very well at weakest light levels. The animals like deer, horse, cat, and dog have a property or feature that relates to the sense of sight called tapetum lucidum. Tapetum lucidum, Junior 4. Repeat with me, tapetum lucidum. At the first lesson, we talked about the fishing cat, and I said at the back of their eye there is a membrane like mirror, reflects more light, so their eyes will be glow or bright or shiny and dark. Yes or no? What is the meaning of tapetum lucidum? This is the thin reflective layer at the back of their eyes. Okay? Reflect the light. So these animals use this tapetum lucidum or this as structural adaptation to see and hunt at night. And number two, avoid being hunted at night. Okay? How tapetum lucidum works? When the light enters the eye of some animal and they fall on the tapetum lucidum layer, it pulls off it like the mirror. Okay? The light don't deck at first pass. Okay? Through the tapetum lucidum and get pulled again for the second time, that make the eye of some animals get more amount of light at the night time. Okay, so it will make like increase the small amount of this light, make it increase, make it bigger, make it big amount. Okay, so you have to know the reflection of light from tapetum lucidum. This the reason for the cat's eye for being glowing or shiny or bright as dark. Okay, so the reflection of light from tapetum lucidum causes the glow of cat's eye when the light shines on them in the dark. After that, put right around. Okay, the human eyes can see in completely dark. No, in completely dark, in the absence of the light, we can't see. Number two, the nervous system has an important role in vision. Right. Number three, horse eyes are structured to use light reflection in order to see well in low light conditions. Right. Horse has tapetum lucidum. Number four, tapetum lucidum is a structural adaptation in the human eye. No. Number five, cat can see in the dark due to the presence of a thin reflective layer. Right. After that, choose. Dogs have a structure feature that's related to the sense of sight. Okay, Junior 4? Thank you.